Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Smacked into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hansen pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
We are ready to go with game number 2 of our doubleheader today at Fisher Field in Berea. It is Premier Ohio taking on the Ohio Wildcats as you are watching All-Star Showcase Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Hello, friends. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you today live from Fisher Field on the campus of Baldwin-Wallace University. We talked about it a lot in the last game. Ryan Tagister's outing. He was the only pitcher used by Premier. And in a tournament that at most you play 5 games, that is huge. You save some pitching, and you bring on the former ace of Hawken this past season. 47.2 innings of work, 46 runs allowed, 24 of which were earned, 34 walks, 58 Ks, and a 3.52 ERA in 11 total appearances. It is Ethan Gibson getting the nod for Premier as he will take on the top of the order in Massa, Balaga, and Mauger for the Ohio Wildcats. This Wildcat team a very interesting roster when you look at the construction. The number one school represented, we haven't seen this one before. It's Manchester. We saw Manchester this past season, a big win over Minerva thanks to, well, a number of wild throws from behind the plates. It was an unfortunate game for Minerva, all things considered, but for Manchester, I think they were pretty pleased with how that one ended up going. In the end, though, Minerva, a further run in the playoffs, making it to the regional semis. A good run for them, bowing out at Harrison Central in Cadiz. But it'll be Mikey Massa leading off for the Wildcats. Time locally, 12:47. First pitch is high for ball one. And we are a little bit early to the party in game number 2. Again, now there is a storm scheduled for 5:45 today here in Berea. So I think the goal is to beat that weather. Now, is it going to happen? Unless we're done with this game in 15 minutes, the answer is no. Gibson's 1-0 will miss low for ball 2. Massa this past season on that 13-13 Manchester team, 5'11", 150 in stature, but some good wins for the Manchester Panthers out of the Pac-7. Gibson still looking for his first strike of the day, and that search will continue. 3-0 count with Balaga in the on-deck circle. First team Pac-7, first team All-District. A really good campaign for him, but more on him in a few moments. We'll make sure he's out of a earshot of us before we say nice things about him. The 3-0 is low for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Massa. This is the start the Wildcats were hoping for. They get their leadoff man aboard, and they bring on their shortstop who hit .402 this past season with 17 RBIs and 6 doubles. Again, first team All-Conference and first team All-District. A really good season for Manchester out of Division 5. The top 3, all Manchester Panthers. Keep that in mind. The other school representing quite a bit is Akron Owlets with the McKeels, which we'll see Keaton on the mound in the home half of the inning. Gibson at long last does find the zone, 0-1 count. Do not sleep on this Wildcats team, 9-13 on the year compared to 18-7 of Premier. But they're a scrappy bunch that has proven time and time again that they can compete. Especially as one of the small schools in Division 5, you have that competitive edge of knowing that you're a small team. And even with the guys coming from Ellett, they have that small school advantage. The thing they do best is compete when they do not have the size advantage, which is true today. Gibson's 1-1 will miss low for ball 2. Best example, press on athletics. A bunch of guys out of the Sugar Creek and Holmes Wayne area. Not necessarily the biggest guys going up against some 6', 6'4" players. They compete quite well. Gibson's 2-1 low for ball 3. Some big struggles here for Gibson trying to locate the zone. After Balaga, it goes to Mauger in the on-deck circle. Yet another first-team Pac-7 selection. When you have 2 back-to-back in your 2-3 spot, it's not a bad thing at all. And he'll step on with 2 on. Actually, they'll be 3-2. I guess they called one differently. But you look at this situation early on. All things considered, Premier has work to do. And we'll talk about it a lot with their offense until they score naturally. They haven't scored today outside of walks as there is ball 4. So 2 walks to begin the game. It'll be an issue unless it's rectified. A chance for Mauger, the DH, to make them pay with Keaton McKeel in the on-deck circle. Again, he'll get the nod today on the mound. But what an opportunity this is for the Ohio Wildcats. A combination of 2 unlikely schools, Akron Ellett and Manchester, combining. And so far it has been a good start as they look to enter the double digits in wins. I'm sure that is a great motivator for them today. That ball is to the backstop. So 2 runners in scoring position, still none down for the Wildcats. And they are 1 mistake away from taking an early 1-0 lead. Who saw this coming? Especially given how strong the defense was for Premier in the first game. They had a number of big opportunities. Question is, when do you go out and talk to Gibson? I'm sure the longer that Premier waits, the better the Wildcats will feel. Gibson's 1-0 Misses again for ball 2. If it goes sideways, the bases could be loaded for somebody who just hit .403 with 24 RBIs this past season, with 52 hits in 2 seasons as well at the varsity stage. Out of Akron Elletts. Then after McKeel, it goes to Burns, Hopkins, and Zakowski. But a 2-1 count on the DH. Gibson back to work, but sails it wide for ball 3. Kostelnik behind the plate will have to call time if this is ball 4. You have to go and settle out your pitcher. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a conversation from the dugout either. You have to find a way to get 21 synchronized. Instead, drive into right field. Wisniewski is there for out number 1. And the runners will hold up, which is the right call. A nice relay, though, from Wisniewski. If those runners would have advanced, the one going home probably would have been out. But a pivotal first out for Premier's defense. One step closer to getting out of this jam as Keaton McKeel steps in. Again, a .403 average with 24 RBIs, 10 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 home runs in 2026. Total of 41 RBIs in his high school career so far. And I'm sure he has more where that came from. As for Gibson, what an opportunity, albeit unwanted, to show what you're made of on the mound, to show that you don't need to be pitching with nobody on to be successful. Show that you can struggle, but get back into an inning. You have to make do with this opportunity. Is it what you want? Absolutely not. But can you show something with it? Absolutely. I'm sure he'd rather it be here than during the collegiate season. The 1-1 ground ball over towards first. They're going to throw home. The play at the plate is in time. 2 down. An excellent throw home from Hrebeck. Had a great play in the top of the 7th for a double play this time. A force out at home. Premier 1 out away from getting out of this inning unscathed. There will be runners at the corners for Burns, the catcher. And I think Antonio Escano has forgotten the plot that the clapping is over. He's still going. He's done. Okay. To be fair, this is his house as of right now, heading to BW after the summer, so he can do that. He's allowed. First pitch to Burns is going to miss for ball 1. The rising junior out of Cuyahoga Falls High School, a .224 average with 13 RBIs, 1 double, and 1 triple. On top of that, 3 homers for the Tigers, in 2026. Total of 22 games played. Runner from first goes here, tipped into the glove, throw down. It's cut off. Play at the plate. It's not going to be in time. It's to the backstop. The Wildcats will strike first, and that'll move up McKeel to third. That time it worked out. They couldn't keep him off the board. That is the risk of throwing through, even with the cutoff. Still an opportunity to make it 2-0 as well. That's the risk of it, and the risk in the end doesn't pay off. That's one that I felt like he really should have held. You know what kind of aggression this team is going to bring. It was invited. And now they'll have to play from behind with Tome, Walker, and Escano due up in the home half of the inning. And again, they'll need to get that monkey off their back of not scoring without a walk. As well, just to point it out, we are yet to have an RBI hit today. 3 total runs, 2 on walks, and 1 on, wild throw home. Count 2-2 on Burns. Gibson looking to get out of the inning. He'll have to wait. Again, it's low for ball 3. Full count with Hopkins in the on-deck circle. As well, a chance to have runners at the corners again. Instead, it's strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. Gibson will get his first strikeout of the game, but the Wildcats get the first answer. They had a lot to answer for. 2 outs, then a play at the plate goes their way. They bring in 1-0, middle of 1 your score in Berea.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Aiden Tome leads off for Premier in the home half of the first inning. 1-0 Ohio Wildcats on top, courtesy of a wild throw home. An interesting sequence, first and third. The classic cutoff play was in motion. Throw goes haywire, going to the plate. Finally, the Wildcats found their breakthrough. They have been battling. They battled quite hard in that first inning. They earned their run. And now it turns to Keaton McKeel on the mound to keep the game where it is, 1-0. McKeel this past season, a 7.33 ERA for Akron Ellets in his sophomore season, or their junior season. Heading into his senior campaign as his first pitch is skied by Tome into foul territory at first. Hodgkinson is there, and he'll make the grab. 1 up, 1 down on one pitch. Efficiency is going to be key for this team, especially if it's another close game just like the last one. And as I've mentioned a few times, you really don't have much room for error in this tournament. Out of 6 teams, only the top 2 make it to Championship Sunday. The 18U Championship will be here at BW 315 on Sunday. But one loss could realistically put you out already. You have to keep that in mind. Now, if this one goes in favor of the Wildcats, they would be 1-0, Premier 1-1. And, of course, you look around the grounds for some other scores, but 3-1 could be enough if that is the result. McKeel's 0-1. Good drive from Walker, deep to left field, and it's going to get down for extra bases as it one-hops the fence for a ground rule double. That's the swing Premier has been waiting for all morning. It comes at a pivotal time for the center fielder. A perfect swing. And now it turns to Antonio Escano. We'll watch it back on the replay. Got the better part of that baseball. One hops the fence. We saw plenty of ground rule doubles on Monday in the WRCO. And they seemingly have made their way over to the 965 as well. McKeel has some work to do as Escano swings and misses. This past season, a tremendous campaign. 375 average, 25 RBIs, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 9 homers. Escano has the power to do a lot of good things at the plate. The 0-1 swing and a miss. And facetiously, imagine if it was a drop 6. Just to put it out there, imagine if it's a drop 6. Again, hate the decision that it's allowed at the high school level in 2028, but I digress. That's going to be really annoying in 2 years. Caden McKeel, a chance to get the second out of the inning. And he does. 2 down. First strikeout of the day for the rising senior. That'll take care of Escano. Now bringing up Hrebeck. Typically, this is where Ethan Gibson would step in, but he is on the mound, and typically, Coach Gambitta does not have his pitcher bat unless it is Escano. So that's why Gibson is not in the lineup today, but definitely could enter that way if he does exit the game pitching. And I wouldn't be surprised for him just to swap in as the DH, and from there you make some moves. You do have the EH designation written the way it is for that reason, most likely, to be able to bring him in if necessary. 1-0 count on Hrebeck. Count now even. Keaton, 23 walks to 28 strikeouts, so a positive K to walk ratio and 8 appearances, a 3-3 record. All things considered, you'll have to take that as a big win. As long as that ratio is positive, I'm sure that'll definitely be something he'll take with him, as that one will clip Hrebeck. Of course, the ERA this past season wasn't as good as he would have hoped, but some of that, it just comes down to some fielding, some things not called as errors and whatnot. And Ella played a tough schedule. Out of the Akron City series, I would say they played the toughest schedule in baseball. And they competed quite well. But 2 on, 2 down. Nick Hinkle, the shortstop, steps in, looking to tie this game up in the first. Instead, he'll take ball 1. 1 hit so far today combined, and that is the ground rule double from Brian Walker. We'll see how many more hits we do get in this game. Keep in mind, we only saw 4 hits in total for the Cardinals in game number 1. The 1-0 Hinkle takes high for ball 2. In the second, for the Wildcats, it'll be Hopkins, Zakowski, and Colin McKeel. 6 through 8 coming up, as the Wildcats are only batting 10 in comparison to Premier's 12. Runners go here, 2-0, pitch low, throw down is not going to happen. I'm sure that's one Burns learned from the mistakes made last inning from Premier. You don't throw there. A lot can go wrong. It's a turf field. That ball gets down the line. It is going to escape in a hurry. Play it safe. Big fan of that decision. Now the pressure is on Keaton McKeel to get this one in the zone. And he will. In the on-deck circle after Henkel, it is Austin Bringman, the EH, followed by Garrett Nemec. Again, for holy name, he was that guy who came in, runners on, who delivered the spark. Could have an opportunity to do it again. We'll have to see. Count now full. Runner's going to go home, and he's going to be in there. Holds on a second. Out of nowhere, Walker takes off and scores. Score now 1-1. They picked up the cadence. That's impressive. That's not easy to pull off. Premier has tied it up in the most obscure way possible. I'm surprised. Just out of nowhere, he comes into frame, barreling home, taking matters into his own hands. Full count 3-2 as Hinkle calls time. You can tell Premier is getting into it again. Their 3rd run of the day in 2 games and still no RBI base hits. Walks and, well, stealing home. That has been their method of scoring so far. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. The side is retired. It's definitely a good thing that he did take off and score, as that would have been the inning done and dusted right there. But courtesy of Walker's great base running, Premier ties it up at 1-1 in Berea.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238 3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Hopkins leads off for the Wildcats in the top of the second inning. 1-1 your score. Both runs coming in on some good base running. As you are watching All-Star Showcase Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, Gibson still looking to settle in on the mound for Premier, taking on Hopkins, Zakowski, and Colin McKeel 6 through 8 as he tries to get his offense back to the sticks. To recap the scoring so far, a throw down behind the plate to second, cutoff, throw home, goes behind. That brings in a run for the Wildcats. As for Premier, Walker steals home. And I mean, absolutely steals home. Moment the ball is thrown back to the pitcher, he takes off and he scores with ease. Scoring breakdown so far in this game, quite simple. The 2-0 taken for strike one. As for the scoring breakdown today, including game number 1, add on 2 walks, and that's all the runs we've seen. No RBI base hits. That is the key thing to note. 2-1. Fly ball popped into shallow right center field and down in between everybody. It's a leadoff single for Noah Hopkins. First hit of the game for the Wildcats. The blue single worked out perfectly. Split center, second, and right perfectly. And now Trent Zakowski, the rising senior out of Manchester, steps in. 6'4", 180 in stature. The two-sport athlete also plays basketball. Part of a really good Manchester basketball team this past season as well. All things considered, the Major 3 doing a fair amount of winning in the Pac-7. And they'll look to do the same exact thing this year, of course. Losing Tyler Pappas on a couple of sports will hurt. But Manchester still does have plenty of talent. Gibson's 0-1 will skip in. Of course, football-wise, you can't mention Manchester football without mentioning Ethan Wright from back in the late 2010s. Headed off to Cincinnati and was a specialist for a couple of seasons for the Bearcats. Throw back to first, not in time. In the home half of the inning will be Bringman, Nemec, and Kostelnik 6 through 8 coming up for Premier. 1-1 fouled back. This game is scheduled to begin at 1, started a little bit early at 12:45, so just to keep that in mind, 2:45 is the time frame that we're looking at in and around for the time limit if we were to reach it, if this game does stay the way it is right now. Gibson's 1-2, sliced foul. Not a bad survival swing from Zakowski. Had the right idea. Just needs to find a way to be a little bit more ahead of it. Straighten it out down that right field line. And that is easy extra bases into that corner. You can see it on your screen. Wisniewski is shading that side quite a bit. Again, the 1-2. This time, swing and a miss. Gibson's second strikeout of the day. 1 down in the top of the second inning. It was a good pitch. Brought it to a very similar spot to that last pitch that was fouled off. Put a little bit more behind it, and that was the difference. As Colin McKeel, the EH, now steps in. A .238 average this past season at Akron Elletts. He'll drive this one into right center field. Easily caught by Walker for out number 2. Just like the Mentor Cardinals in the first game, good contact, but right to the defense. And with 2 away, Hodgkinson is going to step in, the first baseman, wearing number 22, coming into this squad by way of Manchester. I mean, for the most part, it's just Manchester with a few extra local Akron schools sprinkled in to make up the numbers. Just to do a breakdown here and listing them all out. Ellet, then you have Lake, Manchester, Green, Manchester, Cuyahoga Falls, Mogador, Manchester, Green, Manchester, Chippewa. A lot of Manchester. The 0-1, swinging a miss, back pick, down to first, not in time, but another good idea. If Hutchinson can continue this inning, it would turn to Park in the on-deck circle. Gibson looking to complete his answer. Popped up into right field. Wisniewski going for it, and he is going to slide to make the catch. What a play and right by Wisniewski to end the inning. The question was asked, could Gibson respond? He did, answering the call with flying colors, with some help, of course, from his outfield. Middle of 2 in Berea. Score remains 1-1.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Fisher Field in Berea, home half of the second inning. Brinkman, Nemec, and Kostilnik 6-8 due up as you are watching All-Star Showcase Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. McKeel back to work as Brinkman will take strike one. Austin Brinkman wearing number 0, just graduated from Strongsville High School. 6'3", 180 in stature. The 0-1, Brinkman holds. So far, an interesting day. 4 runs across the 2 games that we have seen. Still waiting for an RBI base hit, believe it or not. 2 walks and 2 plays at the plate have brought in runs. The 1-1, Brinkman flies it away. After Brinkman, it's Nemec. Again, a good power hitter in the 7th spot in this game. Moving up just a little bit. Pretty much everybody moving up 1 spot after Escano since Gibson drops out as he is pitching. The 1-2, swing and a miss. It's 1 up, 1 down. 3rd strikeout of the game for Keaton McKeel. He'll look to keep that going as long as he can. The less opportunities Premier has to put this ball in play, the better for his defense. As Nemec, the DH, steps in. This past season, batted a .133 with 8 RBIs and 4 doubles in 20 total games for the Green Wave. Swinging a miss that time. 0-1 the count. For Keaton McKeel, he has found his rhythm early on in this game. I would say, at least in that first inning, looked a lot stronger than Gibson. The 0-1, taken for strike 2. Pitch count is going to be key. Tagasser ended just under 90. I'm sure both pitchers trying to stay in line with that here. 0-2, good hold from Nemec. It is a hot day. We'll see if that does impact their stamina or not. It definitely has the ability to. And if it does, I would not be overly shocked. It's definitely tough to pitch in the heat. The 1-2 again high. The on-deck circle to follow, it is Kostilnik. A catcher on his way to Tri-C after the summer. McKeel's 2-2 off the plate, and from 0-2 to 3-2 we go. A base runner would be nice for Premier. Trying to take their first lead of game number 2 this inning. Keaton McKeel's payoff pitch. Taken for ball 4. 4 patient takes from Nemec after quickly going down 0-2. It's a 1-out walk for Premier Gambitta, and that'll bring up Kostilnik. Kostilnik comes in 6'1", 185, sub-2 pop time, 86 outfield velo, exit velo of around 92. Was a GCC honorable mention this past season in Medina's final year in the conference. We'll see what the GCC looks like in the next couple of years, but that is a big team exiting the mix. Kostilnik chops it off the plate, picked up by McKeel. Throw to 1 is in time for out number 2. A nice pitcher fielding play coming off the mound to make that play as Nemec advances to second. Batley an opportunity to drive him in. Had a pair of base hits in the first game today. Looking to keep it rolling here in the bottom of the second. Just like his center fielder who hit a ground rule double earlier on, Batley is heading off to Mount Union after the summer. 6'2", 230 in stature. If not him, it turns to Wisniewski in the on-deck circle. First pitch, a nice snag behind the plate from Burns. Has to be strong here. Anything given to Premier will come back to bite them. Especially with this kind of power and this kind of RBI ability in the order. Even at the bottom. Really a consistent 1 through 12 order today for Premier Gambitta in both games. The 1-0 fouled back. And once again, Batley is wearing Petrie's jersey. Petrie out for the season, so why not just keep the same jersey, especially as a guest player coming in as a favor almost. But he's getting some good opportunities and some good reps before he heads off to Alliance. McKeel's 1-1, good hold. As for the Wildcats, it'll be Park, Massa, and Balaga. 10-1-2 coming up in the third. So far, a good back-and-forth battle. 1-1 score, both runs scoring in the first. McKeel's 2-1, swing and a miss. And looking at him, you can just see the heat radiating off the diamond. That's that kind of wavy, almost dizzy feeling that you see looking at your screen. That is heat coming off the diamond. It is visible, especially right here. I can see it. It's a lot clearer in person. But I can see it on the monitor easily. 2-2, fouled back. But it's not often that the heat shows this much. Brings back bad memories of 2 days for football. That heat was always brutal. Never got easier. Never will. Glad I don't have to do that in a few weeks. Glad to cover football, which does not include going out in the 90-degree heat and playing. Once more the 2-2. Again, fouled away. Again in the on-deck circle, it is Ryan Wisniewski. One of 4 namers on this roster. One of 3 active today and in the lineup. 1 of 2 in the last game, but Gorey in the 12th spot joins the mix. Keaton McKeel still looking to find his way out of the inning. And he'll do it there. Swing and a miss. The side is retired. 4 strikeouts so far for Keaton McKeel as he is heating up for the Wildcats. Through 2, score remains 1-1 in Berea.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Fisher Field, top of the third inning. Still 1-1 your score as you are watching All-Star Showcase Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. So far, so good for the defenses. Only one run coming in for both teams in the first. Both squads able to respond, allowing nothing in the second. It'll be Charlie Park, Mikey Massa, and Mark Balaga 10-1-2 due up for the Wildcats as they look to score for the second time today. But this is a team that has plenty of scrappiness and plenty of baseball ability about it. This is going to feel like a longer game given the heat. We'll see how both squads manage it. It's not as visible as it once was, but the heat definitely is rating off of this diamond. 2-0, fouled back. The sun has kind of come and gone today. I will say, if you are in the 5:30 game today, I do apologize. If the weather stays the way it is, you will be stormed on. Thunderstorms expected to roll in at 5:45. Hopefully done by 7, but there are no lights here, so we'll see how that does impact the end of the day. And when I say we, I mean the final two games and whoever's here for it, because we are done after game number 2, which is this. Then we'll be back on the air Sunday for all 3 games, 10:45, 1, and 3:15. 2 15U championship games, and then the 1 in the 18U. 3-1 low for ball 4. They lead off walk for Charlie Park. Back to the top, now we go with Mikey Massa. This is where the game can definitely get interesting. Premier, understanding the situation, might have to go to their pen. I kind of floated it out before. If Gibson can get you to the 5th, is this a potential Nathan Gorey spot? He has pitched a couple of times this season. If it's close, he kind of was that fire drill guy, so to speak, for Holy Name. Definitely could be it here for Premier. Still plenty of time to see if that happens as this ball is sliced over towards second. Throw to 2's in time. And the return to 1 is skied. Massa now has to make his way back to the bag. They're going to try to tag him, and he is safe. Very rarely do you see a runner get tagged out turning the wrong way. It nearly happened there, 1 down. You have to be careful. That would have been something if that wild throw turned into 2 outs. But Cancelo did the right thing. A quick flick over to second. Got that pivotal out. And now a chance for Balaga, the shortstop, to make amends. I think he'll take the walk on the leadoff spot, but knows he can do a little bit more with his bat. Gibson staring him down with a runner on, 1 away. And on the late call, he'll get strike 1. But you take away the heat, it's a beautiful day for baseball. The sun's out, there are some clouds, but it is still brutal. And you can hear some of the fans, whether they be actual fans here or the handheld fans that people have brought. It is definitely warm, and it is definitely a necessity. The 0-1 line drive up the middle and into center field it goes. A perfect swing from Mark Balaga. Now 1 for 1 of the day, has reached both times. Now a chance for Bryce Mauger, 2 on 1 away to move up both runners. This is the opportunity the Wildcats have been waiting for since the game got tied up. They felt hard done by just how that run came in, as they should be. Stealing home, that's the only way they've scored so far. And as I said at the end of the last broadcast, if Premier is to win this game, they're going to have to find other ways to score other than walks. And I meant more hits. They need to hit the ball better. Right now, the Wildcats, they're putting some good pressure on Premier. Total of 2 hits so far, out hitting them 2-1. In total bases with the hits, though, even at 2 apiece. But if you can out-hit this Premier Gambitta squad, it really says something, given all of the Division III commits and just guys who could have gone and played Division III, which I've said the majority of the guys who aren't committed on that roster easily could have. And oh, by the way, you're also a 17U team competing against an 18U team. You add all of that context into this game, it really puts in perspective what the Wildcats are doing and how well they have played so far. It's that much more impressive. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Count now 2-2 on the DH with Keaton McKeel in the on-deck circle. He has been excellent on the mound so far with 4 strikeouts. All eyes on Gibson, looking for out number 2. His 2-2, ground ball over towards short. This could be 2. Out of the glove, flick the 2 in time. Return to 1 is not in time. It's a fielder's choice, splitting up the runners. Mauger's hustle will continue the inning. That was the right call from Hinkle. Flip it out of the glove. You don't have time to transfer. Good throw from Cancilla. Just a little bit late in the end. Keaton McKeel wants to make it hurt, though, for Premier. Kind of like what happened when Premier scored. They had a chance to get out of the inning. Waited just a little bit too long. They want it to happen here as ball 1 is taken high. No one better. 403 average, 24 RBIs. 41 in 2 years at Ellet's at the varsity stage. He just knows how to get it done, and if it's not him, it turns to Burns. And he is another capable hitter who drove in 13 for Cuyahoga Falls this past season. Cuyahoga Falls, our season in the end, though, ending at the hands of the Alliance Aviators in the sectional championship. 2-0, fouled away. Good swing from McKeel, who reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Just needs to find a way to straighten one out, and I will say the tournament has taped off some of the parking over there. I think a lot of it is just to kind of set up the payment center, but also it takes away the risk of getting your car hit in that region. Runner goes. They're going to fake the throw down this time. That's the right call. You cannot throw down again. I do like that Kostilnik adjusted. Sometimes you can kind of just go with it and hope the game plan still works. You can't go with that same game plan twice, especially if it brings in a second. As Premier, you want to make this team earn the run. By throwing down, it kind of takes that out of it. 3-1, good drive over towards short, but directly to Hinkle as the side is retired. Right idea for McKeel, just couldn't get it past the shortstop as we flip to the home half of the third. Score remains 1-1 in Berea.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It's Ryan Wisniewski from the 10-hole leading off for Premier in the home half of the third inning. 1-1 your score as you are watching All-Star Showcase Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel in partnership with the 965 Midwest Tournament Challenge. Should be a good finish to this one. Two really good games, and I'll say I'm kind of impressed to see how well that we've seen these teams compete. Overall, you look at records, they can be deceiving. They were in game number 1. That 3-7 Manor Cardinal team did not play like a 3-7 team at all. They played much better than it as expected, but Premier got the win. Right now a deadlock in the third. Still plenty of action left to happen. But as I've said before, one loss could put you out of the championship round already. You have to be careful. You lose too early or you lose by too many. You're going to be getting the short end of the stick when it's all said and done. 2-0 is Wisniewski will take for strike one. I really do like this tournament format, though. Less than 50% make it to the championship. Every game and every run matters a little bit more, which could see some teams play it safe offensively. I feel like we've seen that happen as well today. I think you could have seen both teams in that first game go swinging for the fences, but when the first tiebreaker is runs allowed, you kind of have a more composed approach, and that's kind of why things ended the way they did. 2-2. Just going to miss. Not a bad spot at all from Keaton McKeel. Doesn't get the umpire's attention in the right way. Count now full. As well, it's worth noting, same crew, different positions from game number 1. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the right fielder, Wisniewski. McKeel's payoff pitch. Got him looking. 1 up, 1 down. Back-to-back strikeouts going back to last inning. Keaton McKeel up to 5 strikeouts on the day. Quite impressive. The other 2 outs, a pop-outs and a ground out to McKeel. So he has 6 of the 7 outs so far. Really goes to show how important he has been to this team. Now against Cancillo, he'll find the zone for strike 1. Cancillo wearing number 6. Then now graduate of Strongsville heading to Adrian in the fall. To be a contributor at the Division III level. He'll have to wait his turn, take his time, but if he puts in the work, I think he'll get there. And I really do like that form where you have that level. It works in the end. It makes your athletes work to be on the varsity stage collegiately. Is it common? No. Does it happen everywhere? No. Am I a fan of it? Yes. And I'm sure that'll give him some good opportunities as soon as the fall starts. McKeel's 2-2. Again, it is strike 3 looking. Back-to-back strikeouts this inning looking. 6 on the day for Keaton McKeel. Now 7 of the 8 outs belong to him as Nathan Gorey, the 12-hitter, steps in. In the EH spot, we saw him get a hit on Sunday against Press On Athletics. He'll look to do it again here. That time around, it was a perfect drive into center field on the ground. Just needs something to keep this inning going. Good contact to begin. Fouls it back. 0-1 the counts. Again, Premier only does have the 1 hit. As for the Wildcats, they have 2. We're looking at 3 combined hits through 3 innings. Really goes to show how impactful the defenses have been so far. The 0-1 low. As for pitch count, I'm curious to see where he's at. I don't think he's anywhere crazy high. I think definitely enough to potentially see this one through. 1-1, swing and a miss. Count 1-2. That was pitch 47, so this will be number 48 for McKeel. And 48 gets him out of the inning. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts looking. He strikes out the side without a fuss. 7 strikeouts today for Keaton McKeel. He is dealing for the Cats. To the 4th we go. Score remains 1-1.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com. or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Score remains 1-1 here in the top of the fourth inning. Back-to-back innings, no damage done. The pitchers have both settled in. Gibson, 2 strikeouts. Keaton McKeel, though, with 7. An inspired performance from number 2 thus far as his offense takes it over with Burns, Hopkins, and Sikowski 5 through 7, leading it off in the top of the fourth. Plenty of time left, yes. In regard to the time limit, just over an hour, as we did start a few minutes early at 12:45. 12:48 was first pitch, but I believe once the meeting was done between the coaches, 12:45 was the kind of pre-described start time. So we have until 2:45 to start a new inning, which could become pertinent if it does remain 1-1 through 7. You can play extras. You just cannot exceed the time limit, even if that means the game ends in a tie. The 2-0 is to the backstop for ball 3. And I do like that. I think if you get through 7 and you're tied and you have time, you should be able to play a little bit more. It shouldn't be full stop after 7. I do really like that rule. It's not that way in high school. In fact, there is no time limit in high school, as the 3-0 will miss for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for the catcher. And that'll bring up Noah Hopkins, the center fielder. And we are going to see a courtesy run here. Jackson Garrett coming on to run for the catcher. But Noah Hopkins, the rising senior out of Mogador High School, 5'10", 160, a 3-sport athlete. Baseball, basketball, and golf. Typically, if you have that golf swing, your swing in baseball is off kilter. But overall, he has figured it out. Batted a .188 this past season, 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, 1 triple in 17 games. As well, pitched in 7 games, pitching just under 10 innings. Really a jack of all trades. And playing in every single season, that can help you become an even better athlete. Even playing in 2 helps. I'll say playing football and baseball, at least when I played both, did help me stay in shape for all the seasons, while football conditioning was a lot more intensive than baseball. And I'm sure any 2-sport athlete with those 2 can tell you that. I remember it was during summer baseball, went to one of the Saturday lifts at Holy Name. About died leaving. It was one of those where I couldn't finish. It just shows how different the sports are stamina-wise, but the fact that he can play all 3 and play well in all of them is quite impressive. Count though 0-2 on the center fielder. A single his first time up. One of 2 hits so far today for the Wildcats. The other coming from Balaga. Gibson's 0-2, good take. Looking at the defense, Gibson on the mound, Kostelnik behind the plate. Hrabeck's at first, Cancilla is at second, Henkel's at short, with Batley at third. Left to right, Tom, Walker, and Wisniewski sets the defense for Premier. Count 1-2 on Hopkins. And again, he'll take in the dirt. Sounds like BW doing some maintenance activities around their campus today. Not the first time a wild device has driven through. Here's the 2-2. Again, it's low. All 3 pretty much missing in the same spot, indicating more of a follow-through from Gibson. But typically that mistake is an overcorrect high, then followed by that pitch, not the pitch low. Initially, if somebody misses like that, it's going to be because they're releasing too early, not too late. We'll see if he can fix it here. Full count 3-2. He can, as it is skied off towards right field in foul territory. And it's going to die in the bullpen. We've seen that time and time again where a pitcher just releases too high. It becomes a rhythm for them. They can't break out of it. But missing low doesn't happen too much. A good adjustment, though, for Gibson. Part of this, though, is on Kostelnik. He needs to be setting up taller behind the plate. That time did. But as a catcher, if your pitcher is missing in the same spot, you have to do the opposite to correct it. Be a target. And we'll see if he does here. Payoff pitch. Good drive over towards short. Knocked down and just past Hinkle. Got a piece of it, but not enough. Third hit of the day. Second for Hopkins. He is 2 for 2. Once again, jack of all trades. Seemingly master of baseball. Now a chance for Zakowski, the right fielder, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. What a chance this is for the Wildcats. Top of the 4th inning, 2 on, none down. Looking like they can definitely break down this Premier team. But their defense, one of the strongest in Northeast Ohio. Bunt shown, pulled back. Kostolnik goes for the back pick. And Hrebeck has to knock it down. In the bottom of the inning for Premier, it's the top of their order coming up. And they'll have some work to do. Even if it is 1-1, they are going to need to score at some point. The longer they toy with this team, the worse it is going to end. Because this team is going to make them pay at some points. Again, bunt shown, this time pulled back. A little more convincingly as well. So 2-0 count with Colin McKeel in the on-deck circle. The Wildcats looking for their 10th win of the season. Premier looking for number 19. And then after it, 20 and 21, maybe 22 when it's all said and done this tournament. 2-0, bunt shown again. And I believe he went. Count out 2-1. You can definitely see that crash coming from first. Their play is at third. They want to get that lead runner if possible. But based on where he's bunting it, if he gets it down, odds are no. 2-1 again, bunt shown. And again, it's a strike. So now it's time for Zakowski to step in and only attack with the swing. Definitely does change the name of the game, but still manageable. Swing and a miss. Gibson gets back in at 1 down. Perfect pitch from Ethan Gibson, up to 3 strikeouts on the day. And with 1 away, that'll bring up Colin McKeel. Still 1-1, top of the 4th inning. And McKeel will shoot this one into left field, where it's easily caught for out number 2. An easy play out there for Tome. So 2 down now as Hodgkinson is going to step in. Wearing number 22 so far today. Has made a play over at first, but offensively 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field. Still 2 on, trying to come around and give the Wildcats the lead. Another fly ball into left field, and it's going to drop foul. Had the right idea, but couldn't direct it there. 0-1 the count. But I'll say, in regard to good baseball, 2 really good games that have fit the bill today. Nothing more you can ask of to begin pool play of a tournament, especially a tournament with only 6 teams. It shows how evenly matched they are across the board. As well, we're going to try to see if we can get a score update from Talty in the last game to see if the RBI Guardians did come back and win. The answer is yes. They came back to win 3-2 and are currently up 6-1 on Clutch Black. Swing and a miss on the 1-1, now 1-2 the counts. So it looks like they are more than on track to improve to 2-0. Premier will have to match them. They will play each other to end pool play. Keep that in mind. Gibson's 1-2. Swing and a miss. He gets out of the jam. 4 strikeouts today for Gibson. He goes back-to-back with them. And the side is retired. Middle of 4 in Berea. Score remains 1-1 after a scare from the Wildcats.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Good battle in Berea, 1-1 your score, bottom of 4, as you are watching All-Star Showcase Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with the 965 Midwest Tournament Challenge. Looking down at the bullpen, it appears there is going to be some preliminary throwing for Premier. We'll see who it is coming on to pitch in place of Gibson if that change were to be made. As here comes the top of the order with Tome, grounding this one to short, bobbled, throw to one, it's going to be late. Balaga knocked it down, but not quick enough to throw across to retire Tome. The leadoff man is aboard, setting up Brian Walker, who hit a ground rule double his first time up. This is where Premier can change the name of the game and really get a big jump. And looking to the pen, I believe that is Nick Hinkle warming up. He went down there, I believe, with Nemec. Nemec can pitch as well if needed, but it looks like it is going to be Hinkle getting the nod to warm up. Which from there, it's a pretty simple change. You move around your infield a little bit, and voila, Gibson is back in the mix. Bunt here from Walker as he'll pull back and take strike one. Interesting to see the bunt be used here. Considering the swing we saw, I'd kind of be surprised if he actually offers. If you can do this with the power, then bring up Escano, I like that a lot better. But we'll see what they opt to do. This time he'll take high. I think the bunt was kind of more for show. Again, sometimes situationally you have to bunt. This is not one of those. Already a double. Why change what worked? Unless something else is different than from what I'm seeing right here. There is no reason to. The 1-1, Walker will take ball 2. And of course, right now, without seeing a strike, just being patient is all he can do and really all he should do. But Premier is going to have to find a way to score. They need a little bit more. They need some insurance on top of it because the Wildcats are going to continue getting closer and closer to scoring. They still have a good chance in this game. But you have to understand, once again, as we've said many times, one loss could put you out of tournament contention. Use that as a chip on your shoulder if you have to. Especially considering you won the last tournament as a 6th seed. The 2-1, good hold. That's the thing about travel baseball that's beautiful. It doesn't matter what seed you are, as long as you make it to the final day and you have some pitching left, you can beat anybody. And beating that Team Ohio Pro Select team to make it here to see the Mavericks was beyond impressive. That TLPS group nearly unstoppable. Runner goes on the 3-1. Walker on the hit and run, pops it into right field. Talk about perfect execution on the hit and run. It works out perfectly with a bloop single on the back end, putting 2 on, none down for Antonio Escano. Maybe not the power Walker wanted, but conceptually, as far as hit and runs go, that's about as good as it gets. You had to get that ball down. If that ball's caught in the outfield, you are easily doubled up. It's a risky move. It worked here. Now you need your star player to step up and drill one somewhere in the outfield. McKeel still looking for his first out of the inning. Escano will take strike one. So far today, 0 for 1 with the strikeouts. And now time is called as Burns will have a word with McKeel. Join us again here on Sunday, 10:45, 1 and 3:15 first pitches. First two games will be the 15U championships, 3 versus 2 at 10:45, 1 o'clock the championship, and then the two teams left standing in the 18U division at 3:15. Stream all 3 games live here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel as we have around 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks left to go until the end of our summer baseball coverage, believe it or not. Crazy to think that next week is NABF week, part 1. The 0-1 taken for strike 2. As well, that'll be our final tournament Sunday for the 965 this season. Final 2 will be the NABF World Series, first 16U/18U, and then on the 26th, it'll be for the collegiate division. 2-strike count on Escano. McKeel looking for a pivotal first out. And he will get it. 1 down. 8 strikeouts for Keaton McKeel. I don't know if he has any offers. I don't know if he's being recruited. But if he's not, I feel like this outing can definitely change that. You have to look at the talent he's going up against. The quality of opponent matters. This is about as good as it gets. And he is holding his own. His defense as well is holding its own. Hrabeck has been a pain defensively to go up against. Looking for an offensive spark here as he was hit his first time up. Ground ball knocked down on the mound by McKeel. There's the out at 2. Return to 1. It's going to go wide. It's going to be dropped. And Premier at long last have found their second run. 2-1 your score. It's scrappy, but it gets the job done. How close were the Mavericks or the Wildcats to getting out of this? Just so close in the end. You get the fielder's choice at second. Throw to 1 goes haywire. And the speed just too much to overcome. A good swing for Hrabeck. He gets it done as Hinkle steps in. But just unfortunate for the Wildcats. They have battled so well in this game. Still plenty of time, though, to get back on the board. And that does not take away from how well Keaton McKeel has played today. Had an excellent play. Just to knock that ball down. That ball should have easily been through. And with it, it would have been a natural hit. And with it, a natural run. Instead, knocks it down. Gets an out for his troubles. Nothing more he can do but watch. And as a pitcher, that is definitely the worst feeling. Knowing that you can't do anything but just hope that your defense steps up. Which for the most part today they have. The 1-0, good hold from Hinkle. In the 5th, it'll turn to Park, Massa, and Balaga, 10-1 and 2. But Premier at long last. They get a run more naturally. Still not the most natural way. It's scrappy. But the way they're scoring runs today has worked. 2-0, Hinkle takes for strike 1. Now the question is, with some run support, do you keep Gibson on for at least one more inning? I think you do. I'd be kind of surprised at this point to see him come out early. It just depends on, of course, how they feel the situation can go. The Wildcats, they have one more game today. They'll play again at 5:30. So if this result holds, they'll have some thinking to do before they come out here and, as things stand, play 15 minutes before it storms. Which hopefully the storms will stay away, but who knows? It's Northeast Ohio. All I can say. 2-1 high for ball 3. Probably a good idea to check the radar again to see where things stand. Just to make sure that it's still a viable report. And yeah, 5:45 heavy rain. Still on the radar. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Hopefully not. Even if we're not here. Hopefully not. The 3-1 is wide for ball 4. The inning will continue. 2 on, 2 down. Bringman will now step in. Premier has to take this opportunity. This is going to be their best chance going forward to blow this game open. There's no more time to wait. This has to be their chance. They have to come out here and play to few. That's a non-negotiable. It's easier said than done. But they've had their chances today. The Wildcats have had their chances. They have done quite well with them. What does Keaton McKeel have left in the tank? First pitch high and wide. So 1-0 counts on the now Strongsville grad. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout in this one. McKeel takes his time and delivers. That time finding the edge, evening things up. After bringing it would turn to Nemec. But 2 on, 2 down. Premier up by 1. It wasn't the prettiest of runs. Not been the prettiest of days for this team. But right now they're on track to be 2-0 exiting today. And that's what matters to this group. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Count 1-2. Once again, for the Wildcats, it'll be Park, Massa, and Balaga. 10 and top. And they'll have some work to do. As for McKeel, we'll see how much longer he stays in the game. But trying to bookend this inning with a positive. And he'll do just that. Swing and a miss. This side is retired. 9 strikeouts on the day for Keaton McKeel. And the inning is over. Premier with some good base running. Again, finds a way to score. Through 4, 2-1. Premier has their first lead of the game.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Top 5 at Fisher Field in Berea, 2-1 Premier on top as you are watching All-Star Showcase Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Premier at long last gets back on the board with some scrappy base running as they take their first lead of their second game today. Again, 3 days of pool play, each team having to play a doubleheader one of the days and then one game the other 2 before the top 2 teams come back here at 3:15 on Sunday to decide a champion. Count 0-2 on Park, who walked his first time up. After the third baseman, we will go back to the top with Massa and Balaga. Gibson's 0-2, line drive into left field, but foul. Had the right idea, but could not straighten it out. But for all things considered for Ethan Gibson, he has found a way to answer. The 0-2. Taken over towards second. Cancilla is there. His throw to 1 is perfect. 1 up, 1 down. Still, there are going to be some critiques that I have with this Premier team. The offense, still a big one. They need to find a way to be more consistent in this tournament. They'll have 2 games before the championship to figure it out. But this team can do more. They know they can do more. And I think this should be the wake-up call that says, hey, you know what? The season's not done. Yes, if this result holds, they're going to be 19-7. But why not continue to improve? Especially for the guys playing their last bit of baseball. Go out on the highest note possible. Score the best runs. Make the best plays defensively. That should be a motivator enough. Which I think this team will figure it out when it's all said and done this weekend. The 1-0 skips in for ball 2. I feel like it's hard to overlook the momentum from winning a tournament as a 6th seed. had upset 3-2 and I believe won en route to that title. 2-0, good hold for Massa. And in the bottom of the inning, they'll bring up Nemec, Kostilnik, and Batley, so 7 through 9. Trying to get something going as they look for some insurance. The 3-0, it's taken for strike one. As well, the question is, how long will Ethan Gibson be trusted on the mound? If he can keep this going, I don't see a reason to take him out as of right now. 3-1 is taken for strike two. Count now full. Save pitching as much as you can. You have two guys for 3 games that are bona fide stars for their teams. See what they can do as well. Payoff pitch. It's ball 4. Second time today, Massa has walked. Third time he has reached safely. Again, I think I've talked about it a little bit. I would be surprised if you didn't see Russell pitch on Saturday and Antonio Escano on Sunday. But it looks like the call to the bullpen could be made here. Time has been called. Gibson's day is going to be done. And we'll see what's going to happen here. I think defensively Escano is coming on. But it'll be Nick Hinkle's baseball to pitch when we return to Fisher Field. 2-1 your score, Premier on top in the top of the 5th inning.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Hinkle is ready to go for Premier Top 5. 1 down as you are watching All-Star Showcase Baseball on SmeeSports. Interesting to make the call to the bullpen here. Do I hate the decision? Not necessarily. Gibson exits 4 strikeouts today and 4 1/3 innings work. But he was finding his rhythm. He has kept it for the most part 1-1, now 2-1 for a little bit. But overall, he has kept the Wildcats at 1 since the first. That walk, a little bit concerning. We'll see what Hinkle can do as this ball taken over towards short. There's 6, there's 4, and there is 3. Clearly it's the right decision. It's a double play on 1 pitch to end the inning. Strong efficiency for Premier's defense as we will flip to the home half of the 5th. Score remains 2-1.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
2-1 bottom five, your score as you're watching All-Star Showcase Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Some gray skies starting to roll in here at Fisher Field. Rain expected a little bit later on today at around 5:45. Definitely could change as the radar has been proven to be anything but reliable as of late. But it'll be Nemec, Kostelnik, and Batley 7 through 9 due up as Premier looks to extend their 2-1 lead against Keaton McKeel. First pitch, Nemec will take low for ball one. So far today, 0-for-0 with a walk. A good battle went down 0-2 early, then 4 straight balls to take his base. McKeel's 1-0 in the zone, evening things up at 1-1. As well, in just over a month from now, our OHSAA coverage will begin once again. Those games being released in a few weeks from now, as there is the swing and miss, and with it, our football schedule. That's still being finalized, as well, with schedules being, for the most part, incomplete. We're still waiting to see who everybody is playing when, and then from there, we'll decide on a solid schedule. The 1-2, Nemec, good drive to right field, as this one is still going back, and it's going to be caught. An excellent play on the run by Hopkins for out number one. Just needed a little bit more behind it, and that would have been extra bases. But in the end, Hopkins is able to track it down. But that's the swing that we saw so many times this season for Holy Name. Just out of nowhere. He would get a good piece of the baseball, just floats it over the entire defense. That time around, couldn't beat the center fielder. And now Kostelnik will step in. Over one today with a ground out to McKeel. Again, we will see him at Tri-C in the fall, and if not in the fall games that we do in the spring. That Tri-C team will definitely have some good talent again. As expected, I think that the recruiting did not really dip as much as potentially expected after Coach Stolberg left. A lot of his players still came, and a lot of his players stayed. I do think that the coaching staff in place is going to do great things. We'll just see how long they can be the undisputed top dogs of the OCCAC, considering the improvements that Brian Stratton in particular has made over the past 2 seasons. The 1-1 off Burns' glove. But I do think that JUCO baseball in general is going to get a bump over the next 5 years. It already has. If you look at that division, a lot closer than it was the year before, with Brian and Stratton taking Tri-C to the final couple of games to decide the conference. And after that even, took them to 3 games, winning game number 1 of the playoffs. One more faulty game, and they could have been eliminated at home as the 2 seed. McKeel's 2-2, Kostelnik, ground ball over towards short. Bobbled a little bit, throw to 1. It's good. 2 up, 2 down on the throw out from Balaga. The Wildcats doing a good job shutting down this offense as once again it'll turn to Batley. Batley 0 for 1 of this game, did have 2 base hits in the win over the Mentor Cardinals earlier on today. A couple of good line drives in that game. First one a lot more powerful than the second, but both got the job done. I'll give him a lot of credit wearing somebody else's jersey, too. All things considered, not a bad day at the office for number 11. One of 3 listed on the roster. And we'll see the other one as things stand next inning in the 12th spot in Nathan Gorey. But for Premier, they do have 6 outs left to get. The magic number is definitely there as time is called. They have made their pitching change. As for the Wildcats, does Keaton McKeel finish this one out? I wouldn't be surprised. Again, pitch count is going to be an influence. If it's not crazy high, I think you bring him back out at least for part of the 6th inning. As well, the RBI Guardians up 11-1 on Clutch Black. They are more than on their way to winning that game. So they will be 2-0 to begin the tournament. Now time is going to be called for McKeel. Up to 77 pitches. So maybe 85 is the limit. We'll see what they opt to do. It also could be his decision if something isn't feeling right. but it'll be a big call if they do take him out of the game. He has been a strong pitcher today and a big reason why this game is only 2-1. I would say pretty similar to the last game. Pitching is the reason why Premier hasn't scored nearly as much as you would expect them to in this game. And Mauger is going to be called, as that is going to do it at least for somebody. We'll see, and yes, as expected, there will be a pitching change. McKeel's day is done. And when we return, the call to the bullpen will be made by the Wildcats, down 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Bryce Mauger now on the mound for the Wildcats as Keaton McKeel's day is done, as well Cole McKeel now in the game at second base in place of Youngblood. 1-0 count, 2 down, bottom 5, 2-1 Premier, as this ball is smashed deep to left center, and it's going to get down at the wall. It is going to be extra bases here for Batley, as he will get a 2-out double. A perfect swing from Rylan Batley. That'll keep the inning going, and that'll give Ryan Wisniewski a chance to drive him in. Plenty of power there from the Mount Union commits. And now an opportunity presents itself for Premier, an opportunity they have been waiting for all day. A chance to get this 2-run lead. They need the cushion in this game, considering how strong the Wildcats have been offensively, especially with grit. But if Premier can figure it out, get at least one on the board here, they'll feel a lot more comfortable heading to the 6th. First pitch to Wisniewski, taken for strike one. For the Wildcats, it'll be Mauger, McKeel, and Burns due up 3 through 5. The question is, if it is an injury for Keaton McKeel, will he still hit? The 0-1 in the zone. Question is, what is the extent of it? But we'll save that answer for the top of the inning. Count out 2 on Wisniewski with Cancilla in the on-deck circle. Mauger that time misses low. 1-2 the counts. Rylan Batley currently stands at second in scoring position after a beautiful 2-out double. Second double of the day for a Mount Union commit on this roster. The first, of course, going to Brian Walker. That coming back in the first inning. Mauger's 1-2, a good hold from Wisniewski. Fair share of RBIs this past season for Wisniewski, a total of 14. Struggled in the first half of the season, but really kicked it into high gear from mid-April to the end of the season. Played some of his best baseball at the high school level. Mauger's 2-2. It is strike three looking. The side is retired. First strikeout of the game for Bryce Mauger, and that'll keep it 2-1 as we flip to the top of the sixth inning.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Fisher Field in Berea, top of the sixth inning. 2-1 Premier your score as you are watching All-Star Showcase Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. That pitch, not up to liking for Hinkle, as that pitch, I believe, goes high and in. Could have gone behind him. Either way, 1-0 count on Mauger in the leadoff spot. Now on the mound, taking the place of Keaton McKeel for the Wildcats. Still a run game. That is key. Premier definitely did come close to scoring in the fifth. Just couldn't capitalize in some key areas. That'll make their work definitely difficult as this ball is taken foul down the left field line. Count 2-1. It'll be Mauger, McKeel, and Burns 3 through 5 this inning. As far as run differential and runs allowed goes for the tiebreakers, these two teams definitely keeping it close. That'll help if it does come down to one of these teams to make it to the championship later on in this tournament. First tiebreaker, is it run differential? It is runs allowed. And these lower scoring games will help out both parties in that regard. Hinkle's 2-2. Good drive into left field. Still going back. And it's going to drop off the left fielder's glove. It'll be extra bases for Mauger. He will stop at second. The tying run in scoring position. The Wildcats have been waiting for a swing like that, and they finally have found a lifeline. That'll technically go down as an error on the left fielder, hitting off of Tom's glove. Doesn't matter how they get it done. It just matters that they tie this game up at 2. Could this become small ball? I think the defense is 100% expecting a bunt here. You kind of have to. You bunt him up to third, and then you have 2 chances to bring him in. But a difficult spot for Nick Hinkle and the defense. We'll see if they can find their way out of this 6th inning jam. Instead, McKeel comes out swinging. Kind of surprised considering how eager teams have been this summer to bunt. In summers past, and I know some organizations really don't like to bunt, others kind of play the high school way and imitate how their teams play, and a lot of them do play small ball style. But we'll see if that changes here on the 0-1 or not. Hinkle back to work as again McKeel fouls it off, this time towards right. And it appears we are out of baseballs. No surprise. As well, for those looking at the time limit, we did start around 12:45. It's 2:22. So we have about 20-odd minutes to start a new inning, which I think won't be an issue, but definitely could be close if both teams have good offensive innings. Hinkle thought about throwing over to second, not going to in the end. Keaton McKeel so far has hit into a fielder's choice and has lined out to short. Count 0-2. McKeel this time holds. As for Premier, it'll be Cancilla, Gorey, and Tome. 11, 12, and 1 due up in the bottom of the 6th. But as things stand, that is far from their mind. It has to be. Hinkle's 1-2. McKeel underneath it. Fly ball into right field towards Wisniewski. He is underneath it to make the play for out number 1. Runner will tag up from second and is easily in at third. The Wildcats tying run now 90 feet away on a productive out from McKeel. And now it's a chance for Burns to change this game and tie it up at 2. After Burns, it's Hopkins, who has been outstanding today with a pair of hits and a nice catch in center. But this at-bat can change the game once again. The Wildcats did score the first run in this game. Keep that in mind. Then Premier scored the next 2. But a chance to bring it back even. First pitch fouled back. Burns so far a walk and a strikeout, trying to avoid the strikeout again. If needed, Premier does have a few emergency arms left, but I think Hinkle is going to be the ride or die as things stand. The 0-1, good drive, over towards third, it's caught. What a catch from Batley. 2 down. If that ball got through, it's without a question 2-2. But yet again, this Premier defense finds a way to get the big outs. And now it turns to Noah Hopkins, the center fielder. 2 for 2. Does he have a third in him? Good drive into left center field. The answer is yes, he does. It's going to fall. We are tied at 2. Hopkins, he's going to go to second and is in there. The second one works out for the Wildcats. We are tied at 2. He was so close and left to making that play. Just falls a little short, and it appears Tom is shaken up. That is a painful one out there. One that if he catches it, it's a different game. A little slow to get up. He appears to be okay, but how about it for the Wildcats? When push comes to shove, they get it done. Hopkins. Depends on how you want to score it. Is that an extra play? I'm going to say yes. Could we call it an RBI double? I guess. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Does it matter? No, he drove in the run. That's all that matters right here. Don't know exactly how Game Changer is going to score that one. We'll see. I'm actually curious because there's an argument that it's a hit. There's an argument it's an error. They score double. Okay, that's fine. Game Changer scores a double. I'm fine with that. I think it is. I think that one was less of a ordinary play than the first. Doesn't matter, though. Hopkins, 3 for 3. Sikowski plays this one over towards third. It's going to be a tough play for Batley to make on the run. His throw, though, is just in time. The side is retired. Have yourself a day, Noah Hopkins. 3 for 3 now with an RBI as well. We are tied at 2. Middle of 6 at Fisher Fields.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It's a new ball game here. Bottom of the sixth inning, 2-2. What a doubleheader, all things considered. Two amazing games of baseball to begin pool play. It doesn't get much better than this. Swing and a miss to begin for Cancilla. It'll be Cancilla, Gorey, and Tome. 11, 12, and 1 due up for Premier. Bryce Malker on the mound, relieving Keaton McKeel, who had 9 strikeouts. Just impressive work from him, all things considered. Does exit the game. Hopefully he's okay. But again, has some college interest. He really should have more than he has right now, in my opinion. Just one heck of a performance. It won't show in the win column in his stats, but he kept this team in the game. And then, of course, you look at his center fielder, Noah Hopkins. A game-saving catch against a really good swing from Nemec in center. 3 for 3 with 4 total bases and an RBI, too. Just overall, this team has been impressive. They have been showing so much grit, so much determination. They're another example of why you can't judge a team by its record. 9-13, playing a lot better than it today. And even the Menor Cardinals earlier, now 3-8, they played a lot better than their record suggests. The 3-1, high and in for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Cancilla. That'll turn it to Nathan Gorey, the EH, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout looking. But definitely can step up for his team in a big moment. We saw it pitching-wise at Holy Name. Call him the fire drill pitcher, so to speak. He kind of came on when things were coming off the rails. And he'd always settle it down. Really didn't know he had it in him. But all of a sudden he did, and he made some good work out of it at Holy Name as he'll show bunts and pull it back. But take strike one. And when he is on offensively, he can do some good damage. Not the strongest hitter, but really good with the placement. And I feel like that is half the battle. A 1 count on number 11, as that time he'll offer as well. It looks like there is going to be a change in the on-deck circle. That'll be Tagister getting ready to go in place of Tome at the top of the order. A really good outing, a 4-hitter in game number 1 today. And now he'll take his first swings of the day in a few moments. Loggers 0-2, taken high by Gorey. Make sure that you stick with us after our final commercial break here today, as we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. And I'll tell you what, right now, I have no idea who it's going to. This is one of the more difficult games to decide who gets that award. And that's a good thing. The 1-2 again high, and it's going to go off of his glove. Cancilla's going to second, and he is easily there. Go ahead run now in scoring position as well. It is 2:31. We have give or take 14 minutes until the time limit. This becomes a very interesting catch-22. If Premier scores, I'm not going to say time-wasting tactics, but you kind of conceive that they could do it in a way. It just depends on how close this one gets. The 2-2, Gorey swings and misses. One down. But even more so, it is imperative the Wildcats go quickly through this inning. Especially if they allow a run, they need to get out of it quick. Because again, if Premier takes until 2:45, which is 13 more minutes, well, guess what? We're done. That is the interesting thing about travel baseball. You have to play with a clock, so to speak. But it's Ryan Tagister stepping in, the now graduate of CBCA. First pitch, he'll take it high for ball one. After him, it goes to Walker in the on-deck circle, followed by Escano. 2-2 Premier, led for a little bit. Wildcats in the top of the sixth inning, tied it courtesy of Noah Hopkins. The 1-0, Tagister fouls it back. For somebody described as a PO, impressive to see him in this spot, but I'm sure it's something that he'll definitely take. So 1-1 count on number 17. It's a 17 battle here. Tagister this time fouls it back. Count now 1-2. But all things considered today, two really good games. This one far from over. Count 2-2. Mauger's pitch, it's, taken high for ball three, just a hair high. There is nowhere else lower he could have missed. That was about perfect. But in the end, just a little out of the zone. Job not done yet for Mauger or for Tagister. Count out full 3-2. Again, it goes to Walker, who already has a double today. He's 2 for 2 with 3 total bases. But the focus right now is on Ryan Tagister. And his dugout is starting to really get into it. You have to have that energy still. You really need it here. If you're going to win this one, you have to have everybody engaged and bought in. Full count 3-2. Mauger is ready. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Mauger. He is up to 3 on the day. Now it's Walker's turn. 2 for 2. Does he have it in him one more time? As for the Wildcats, it'll be McKeel, Hodgkinson, and Park. Bottom 3. As well, time limit suggests we have around 10 minutes left to go. And it looks like they are going to intentionally walk Walker to bring up Escano. It's a bold call, but if you're playing based on this game, I love the decision. Over 2. Escano trying to get redemption here. It's tough with Escano stepping in to say walk Walker. We'll see what Escano can do. Fly ball deep to right field. It has a chance to get down, but it's going to be caught. Sikowski is there to retire the side. What a bold call to intentionally walk Walker. To the 7th we go. Score remains 2-2.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Last inning that we have time for. Top of the 7th inning. 2-2 your score. What a game. What a game to close out our doubleheader. 2-2 your score as you are watching All-Star Showcase Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel in partnership with the 965 Midwest Tournament Challenge. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you today. Again, game number 2 of our doubleheader. Games 3 and 4 today at BW. We will not be streaming. Again, there is inclement weather coming in, so hopefully those games will take place as scheduled. This ball taken down the left field line and through. It's a perfect swing from the leadoff spot for the Wildcats, and McKeel is thinking 2. He is easily at 2 with a leadoff double. What can the Wildcats cook up in the 7th? Before the frame started, their coach said put up a crooked number. That'll help. McKeel's first hit of the game. It was Keaton stealing the show earlier. Now Colin, he will leave his mark on the game. Just perfectly hopped it over the bag. And now a chance for Hodgkinson to drive him in. Premier right now baffled. Hodgkinson fouls it off. For Premier in the bottom of the inning, they will have Raybeck, Hinkle, and Bringman 4 through 6 coming up. They'll have the last say in this game. Unless this is a really quick inning altogether, we will not see the 8th, which I'd be surprised if we did. 0-1 count on Hodgkinson. Hinkle's pitch sails high. Again, the team to beat right now in this tournament is the RBI Guardians, 2-0 on the day with 2 wins over at Tulty this morning. Premier trying to match them and not fall behind, especially considering the fact only 2 teams make it to Sunday. Hinkle's 1-1. Good drive into right field. It's going to get down. They are going to send McKeel home from second. He will score. The Wildcats have taken the lead on an RBI double from Hodgkinson. 3-2, Wildcats lead. The perfect swing at the perfect time from Trent Hodgkinson. His first hit of the day. The Wildcats have earned this one. They have fought back in this one. And they have the lead again at long last. For the first time since the first inning. Back-to-back doubles, and now Park steps in. And he'll take ball 1. What a job by the bottom of the order. It was bottom 3 due up. 8 and 9, both with doubles, back-to-back. Hodgkinson bringing in the run. This team just won't quit. Now Park flies this ball into center field. It's playable, and it's caught by Walker for out number 1. And Hodgkinson is going to tag up to third. A productive out for Park. And we go back to the top of the order with Mikey Massa. The left fielder has walked twice and has reached on a fielder's choice. Perfect on-base percentage. Can he drive in a pivotal insurance run? As well in the game now at third base for Premier, it is Nemec. A lot of pressure right now on Nick Hinkle. Massa will take strike 1. But what a turnaround. This looked like it was going to be Premier's game until the 7th inning started. That ball is to the backstop, and that will make it 4-2. They have the lead, and why not some insurance on top? What a turnaround for the Ohio Wildcats. It's Trent Hodgkinson coming around to score. He gave them the lead with the RBI, and he himself is the insurance. And you can just feel they have all the momentum and all the energy in this game. The 1-1. Massa will take strike 2. Premier will have to really put on a show offensively in the bottom of the 7th to get back into this one. And that 1-2 is to the backstop. All of it started on one big call to walk Walker. Yes, 2 for 2, but to bring up Antonio Escano, an all-state caliber player. And in the end, nearly with the swing of the day. Instead, with a catch and right for Zakowski. It ends the inning. And since then, it has been smooth sailing for the Ohio Wildcats. They have the momentum. As well, they are not the older team. They are the younger team here, a 17U group going up against an 18U team. Payoff pitch, Massa, fly ball into shallow right field for Wisniewski. He is easily there for out number 2. But once again, keep that in mind. This is a 17U team leading an 18U team. And one of the best 18U teams in the area sitting at 18-7. Now it turns to Balaga. A walk, a single, and a 6-4-3 double play so far. The 6-4-3 is impossible. Ground ball over towards second. Cancela's throw to 1 is in time, and the inning is over. But Trent Hodgkinson, he drives in the go-ahead run, then comes around to score from third on a pass ball. Middle of 7. Last chance for Premier. When we return, 4-2 your score. It's the Ohio Wildcats on top in Berea.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Three outs to play with for Premier. 3 outs to get for the Ohio Wildcats. 4-2 your score, bottom of the 7th inning. This is it, the final half inning of the day. If Premier is able to plate 2, we will end in a tie. 3 or more, they would win. But anything less than 2, this one will belong to the Ohio Wildcats. And they have earned this one today. First pitch to Raybeck is there for strike 1. It'll be Bryce Mauger in line for the win, coming in for Keaton McKeel earlier on today. But both pitchers have been stellar. The 0-1 misses inside. As well, Garrett now in the game in right field for the Wildcats. Everything else outside of pitching still the same as it was to begin the day. As well, it looked like for a little bit. Actually, no, it's still accurate. Colin McKeel is at second, I believe. I believe that's number 1 out there. But a 2-1 count on Hrebeck. Ground ball taken over towards short. On the run, it's going to be Balaga. His throw to first is just in time for out number 1 on the bounce. What a throw from Mark Balaga. He used the turf to his advantage. The magic number now 2 for the Wildcat defense. With 1 down, it'll be Hinkle stepping in, a walk and a strikeout so far today. But who would have thought, just based on how this game was going, that when it's all said and done, the Wildcats will be in this spot in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch to Hinkle, high for ball 1. Time now 2:46, so just over 2 hours into this game. And it definitely has been a fun one. Hinkle on the 1-0, fouls it away. Count now 1-1. Again, our next couple of games will be here on Sunday, 10:45, 1, 3:15. 15U championships early on in the day at 10:45 1. Then at 3:15, the 18U championship game. The 1-1, Hinkle will take ball 2. After Hinkle, it's Bringman, then Nemec. But Premier is in search of one heck of a rally in this one. The Wildcats have played so well. 2-1 low for ball 3. As of right now, Nemec would represent the winning run. Which, that said, you have Bringman, who represents the tying run. But you have to start somewhere. Only 2 outs to play with. Mauger's 3-1 is high for ball 4. Second walk of the day for Hinkle. That'll bring up Bringman. And we'll see as well if there are any other changes made by Premier. You could bring somebody on to run the bases at some point. Especially if it's close and you have somebody speedy on the bench, why not? But I think right now everybody is just going to bat where they are. Premier is going to trust their team to somehow in some way get back into this game. It'll have to be one piece at a time, though. First pitch to Bringman is off for ball 1. As for Premier, it's not easy to be patient, but until you see a strike right now, I'm really thinking you can't swing. Unless it's perfect. You cannot jeopardize your opportunity to get back into this game and take something from it at the last seconds. Mauger's 1-0. Bringman fouls it off. Not a bad pitch to attack. Had the right idea. Count now even 1-1. But what a game it has been. Officially in game time, it's been over 2 hours since we did have first pitch at 12:48. Mauger's 1-1 high for ball 2. And with us going 2 hours, this is officially the last inning, even if it is tied. Just to put that out there, as that is definitely a possibility still. This is one of the definition games that does not end until it really ends. Mauger's 2-1 is high for ball 3. Again, as we've mentioned, with a walk, you'd bring up the winning run in Nemec. And I'm sure he wants redemption after his flyout, his last at-bats. One that with a little bit more power would have gotten down over Hopkins in center. Walker back to work for the 3-1, and Bringman will swing and miss. Full count 3-2. After Nemec, it would turn to Kostilnik, who would be tasked with bringing in Nemec. Can Premier get 2 on with 1 down? Payoff pitch high and wide for ball 4. It's back-to-back walks. Here comes Garrett Nemec. Can he get redemption here? This is where he steps up and makes something happen. We'll see if time is called here. It will be by the infield. And here comes the Wildcats coach. Again, 4 extra base hits this past season, 8 RBIs, all in spots like this. It's his wheelhouse, and we'll see now, do the Wildcats stick with Mauger? I do think that is going to be their last play. I think, honestly, he is going to be their pitcher. Unless something unforeseen happens and takes him out of the game, he is going to have to finish it win or lose. Or even draw, because that is a possibility. But I think put your faith in him and see what he can do. But this is Garrett Nemec's opportunity. Kostilnik awaits in the on-deck circle, followed by Batley. This is the spot that could do the damage in this order. They have done the damage today at this spot in the order. Do they have one more rally in them? Do they have some good offense in them? First pitch, Nemec will take strike 1. 2 outs to get for the Wildcats in what has really become an exciting finish. No matter which way this one goes. Walker's 0-1, taken high. Sun about at its hottest today, a little bit hotter than expected. But both teams have battled the sun and have battled the elements quite well. The heat still radiating off this diamond. Mauger's 1-1. Nemec, a good drive deep to left field. This one is going to drop at the fence. He has done it again. They will bring around one, and they will bring around a second. The relay home is not going to be in time. Only one will score, but it's still an RBI double for Garrett Nemec. It's just what he does. Again, how many times did he do it for Holy Name? It's the same exact thing for Premier. And definitely you could have sent around Bringman as well. You play it safe. That's the right call. Your winning run now stands at second. And it turns to Caden Kostilnik. The Tri-C commit trying to walk it off. 4-3. Still some work to do. Infield is in. But this is where everything comes down to. Everything you've done in this game, it doesn't matter. All that matters is this time. Kostilnik over towards first. It's going to be caught. What a catch. His glove got knocked off. He somehow keeps his composure and catches his glove. I mean, that's outstanding. 2 down. I mean, unbelievable. It's not a routine play by any means. It's not one they're even taught to make. I don't know how you make it. Just in and out. And somehow it stayed in the glove, too. As well, they're going to walk Batley here. So it's Ryan Wisniewski's time. Bases loaded, 2 down. One namer has already stepped up. Can another? The Wiz Kid has done it so many times as well for Holy Name. Now a chance to do it for Premier. Wisniewski swings and misses. So far in this game, 2 strikeouts. 2 strikes to play with. Premier down by 1. But what a game this has been. The 0-1 Wisniewski again will take it. Strike 2. Down to his final strike. Can Bryce Mauger finish it off for the Wildcats? Biggest pitch of the game right here. The 0-2, it's strike 3 looking, and that is going to do it. Mauger finishes it off. 4-3 your final. The Wildcats win it. A wild finish at Fisher Field. Every bit of drama possible, but it's the underdog. The now 10-13 Ohio Wildcats who get the job done. They get their first win of the tournament, and that'll be some big momentum going forward. When we return, we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville as you are watching All-Star Showcase Baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
4-3 your final. What a win for the Ohio Wildcats. Now 10-13 on the year. Your player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville is Trent Hodgkinson. Had what at the time was the go-ahead RBI double. Then in the end became the winning run, taking home on a passed ball. Beyond that, also decided to go and juggle the baseball in his glove at first base. Somehow caught it after a line drive ripped off his glove. Still don't know how that happens, but he makes the play in the end. He is the point of difference for this Wildcat group as they improve to 10-13 on the season. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe. While there is no added cost, it really helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. Again, we'll be back here on Sunday, 10:45, 1 to 3:15. 15U championships in the morning. Then at 3:15, it'll be the 18U championship game. But what a win for the Ohio Wildcats, now 1-0 in the All-Star Showcase. 4-3 your final. This is Nathan Smee signing off from Fisher Field in Berea. What a day it was. 2 amazing games. And overall, still plenty to play for in bracket play before we get to the playoffs itself on Sunday. But this has been All-Star Showcase Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with the 965 Midwest Tournament Challenge. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you again next time.